Hello, everybody. Happy October 1st, and more importantly, happy Embrace the Magical, a time in which we embrace all things wondrous and magical in the world around us, and certainly on our divination tables. If you are interested in following along with Embrace the Magical this year, I will have a weekly theme and spread that I have already put out on Instagram. So you can do either the weekly spread or the daily single day by day draws. Or you can do both, or you can do none, or you can do one, or you can do the other. It is not about being stressed out or overwhelmed. Do what you want to do. Enjoy picking out decks that might go with the themes of the weeks. The first week's theme is going to be roots, earthiness. If you think of the Celtic trifecta of land, sea, and sky, you will see that echoed here. For my roots deck or earthy decks, I have the Hush Tarot. This is a Fae deck for me. It is not technically a Fae deck, but it's a Fae deck for me. It's very liminal space. It speaks to the expansion and the growth and the abundance of the world around us, but also the letting go and releasing and decaying part of the world, which is part of our natural cycle in this earth that we live on. And so this really speaks to that in a very earthy, in my opinion, Fae space. And so I am using the Hush Tarot. It's one of my favorites. And then I'm also using this Forest Fae Oracle deck in my mini deck walkthrough that I did. I talked about a lot of these mini decks, but this one is one I really wish I had used more. And so I have pulled this out as well because I find it quite powerful. And so I may cast some things on top of that, be it charms or bones or whatever. But I'm definitely going to have that option for this week as well. So the Forest Fae. The second week is the Waves week of October. And for that, I have not yet found my perfect water deck. I have a Mermaid's deck tarot, which I quite enjoy, but it doesn't have for me the power of the ocean and the rivers and the lakes. I haven't quite found that deck. I'm still looking for that. But for me, water does speak to going into the inner world and the world of dreams and the world of our unconscious. And so I've picked two decks that I actually need to do walkthroughs of. So I'll be doing those in the next couple days. And one of them is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I purchased this for my birthday. I went to Barnes & Noble's on my birthday and purchased that just Tuesday. However, I have done a few readings with this. I did a birthday reading for myself using this and a couple other decks. So I have done some readings with it. I did take two of the cards out of the deck, which I'll show you in the walkthrough. And I have edged it in black and gold. And so I really love the Mystical Shaman tarot deck. Not necessarily the guidebook, but the tarot deck or the oracle deck itself to me is extremely powerful. I like the power of the keywords that are used. I like the color palette, and the art of that deck just really speaks to me. I was leery to get this and haven't gotten it up till now because of a couple of the cards I had seen. However, once I pulled two out, it feels pretty good so far. We shall see. Anyway, so that's the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And then the other one, I think 2 years ago, my daughter got me this for Christmas. It's called the Mystical Dream Tarot. And of course, it is life guidance from the depths of our unconscious. That seems to go very well with the waves portion of things. And it visually, with all the blues, it feels very watery, very dreamscapey as it's supposed to. This is not in order because I have done some readings with this for myself, but only a few. And I haven't done a walkthrough yet, so I plan on doing that this week as well. And just giving this a go in the second week of October, or the second week of Embrace the Magical for the waves portion of things. The third week is focused around wings, so in the air. I had to use the Mythical Creatures tarot. It's the first thing that came to mind. It's just, you just think of, it's just beautiful. The white space is beautiful. The ornateness is beautiful. The mythical creatures are beautiful. It has the most beautiful pips, I think, of any deck that I own or have seen. I really love this deck so much. This is a deck I do use for clients as well as for myself, and it just felt like the right deck, so I pulled that out. This is again the Mythical Creatures Tarot, and the other one that I pulled out for the Oracle was the Winged Enchantment. If you used to, come to like Saturday chats where I would pull cards for the weeks, I really often did like to use the Winged Enchantment. There is something really powerful about this deck, but what I recommended then, and I continue to recommend, is the artwork is by Lisa Hunt, but the book is written by Leslie Morrison, and I find the messages in the book to be very empowering, and I recommend that you read them out loud because you feel like you're invoking these powerful nature spirits of these birds that just really resonate. And so I highly recommend, if you have this deck and you haven't really leaned into the guidebook, please do, because you're missing something if you don't. So I'm going to give you an example. Here I have pulled the Heron card, so let's read that. I am Heron, the ally of the mystic. I am stable. I am focused and alert. I am at peace. I never miss a ripple in the great pool. I never dwell on movements already past. I am the gift of concentration. I am the stillness that allows a greater purpose. I am self-reliance and the inherent strength to stand alone. Now is the time for rest and meditation. You must find your center and ground yourself in it. I am perfect timing, never moving too soon, never striking too late. I am the knowledge that everything has its perfect moment in the cosmos. If you are trying to push something, it is time to let go. Be still in the waters around you. Wait for the heavy undercurrent and see what it brings. I am humble, having mastered the silence of non-action. There is purification in acceptance. There is wellness in letting things be what they are. And then I read this as an I. I am meditation. I am beauty and balance. I am the calm center of my own universe. I am Heron. Read one of these out loud to yourself in sacred space and tell me that you don't get chills from it. But anyways, that came to mind immediately for the wings, and so I have that for the third week. And I just pushed I don't particularly love how compacted the book and cards are into this tuck box, but that's the third week. And then the fourth week is the week of weavings, in which we're weaving all of the energies of the universe together. And for that, I'm going to be using runes. This is just one particular powerful set of runes that I have. These are my ancestor runes, amazingly made for me. And the other thing I'll be using is my journey system, whether it be in the card format or the token format for casting. The whole point of this is weaving the elements, and so those are the two that I'll be using for the fourth week. Now, I always hold the right to change my mind if some deck really jumps out in a particular day or a particular week. In fact, I have one deck coming that if it comes in time in October, I will most definitely be using that in some way. But those are the decks that I'm going to be using. I am going to place in the community tab. So if you look at my YouTube front page, there is a tab called community. I don't use it too much. I probably should use it a little bit more. But I will put the image for the spread for this week. There'll be a spread each week of October. And then there is a daily keyword to just do a single or double card draw if you want for that. Again, you can do one or the other, both, none. But at least they'll be there, and you can, post them on YouTube, Facebook. If you do it on Instagram, make sure you tag me at The Truth in Story and hashtag Embrace the Magical, so that other people doing Embrace the Magical are able to see what everybody, decks people are using, and insights that they've gained from their card pulls if you want to share. But if you just want to do it for yourself, those would be posted up there once a week in October so that you can follow along. So whether you embrace the magical with me or on your own, I do hope that you have an absolutely magical October, culminating in Samhain, although for me it doesn't culminate until November 7th on the cross quarter. But it's a time of magic and beauty in the earth, and it's a time to embrace the fact that what we see in the world around us, but also what we see on the table, is wonderful and magical, and it's okay to revel in that now and again. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or night, whatever it is for you right now.